Hey, what's up everybody? It's Melee Damage 15 here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm unpacking the recent news we received on the new 2.3 update that just launched in Experimental. There are some good ones here, so let's go ahead and dive right into the updates. As always, I will put a link to the full patch notes in the description below. So the top note states, "Hey survivors, today we have version 2.3 Experimental for you all. We have a lot of changes that were talked about in the Town Hall stream, with more to come at a later date. Disclaimer, while we worked hard to make sure save games continue without issue, please make a backup of your current save before starting the game in version 2.3. We've also added a runtime function that will automatically convert the old badges to the new survival gear. Some challenges will remain completed, while others will be optional for those that choose to complete them. If the badges were previously unlocked, the recipes for the new survival gear should also be unlocked." So a few things here that I want to point out. They said they are still planning on adding more updates from what was discussed in the dev stream. This is honestly good news, as it sounds like there will more than likely be a 2.4 and maybe even a 2.5 at the very least, as there are still several things that they talked about that would need to be added. Another thing was the save game issue. This is unfortunate that this is still in the game, especially with these smaller patches. Please make sure you back up your saves. On console, really the only way is to make sure that you save it on the cloud before you update. I also love the fact that they're going to automatically convert badges to the survival gear, so we don't have to craft them right away. So we're starting off great here. Let's get into the highlights, and then we'll dive into what those mean further. So biomes and their challenges can now be explored and completed in any order to unlock survival gear recipes. Perfect. No linear way, just sandbox, the way it should be. Love it. Recover from biome hazard effects while sheltered, allowing players to explore deeper into each biome. This one actually is super cool because now, even if you don't have the firefighter mask for the burnt forest, for example, I can run inside a building and be safe from the smoke effect and reset that 3-minute timer. Really good update there. Along with this one, you can recover from biome hazard effects in any other biome. Smoothies were also updated with unique names and icons. So again, we have the Black Lung Serum, Scorcher Stew, Sunstroke Tonic, and Fallout Flush for biome temporary protection. Biome badges have been changed to survival gear with updated icons to look more thematic to the game's style, and survival gear will be dropped on death when those settings are enabled. Players are allowed to craft additional gear items in the case of death, or even for other players. Nice addition there to make them for friends just hopping into your worlds. Even without survival gear, storms no longer require players to escape the biome they are in while taking shelter. Definitely lots of good updates when it comes to the biomes. Gives the players a lot more survivability with the hazards and storms. Now, plague spitters no longer cloak, and there is a lower chance of infection from plague spitter insect swarms. Definitely a good change there, as those dang bugs could easily infect you before. On that topic, tree stump bees now have been changed to a non-infecting version. You will no longer get infected while searching for the cure to infection. Tree stump harvest also has been updated to guarantee honey if bees are spawned. More to come with that with the changes down below, but basically, if bees are spawned, you will always get honey now. I know that was something that a lot of players talked about before. Several zombies will now target animal or player corpses that were previously ignored. These are the Frostclaw, Plague Spitter, Spider, Cop, Mutated, and Demo zombies. They have added a second column of icons for map waypoints, so now we have more of those. Several tweaks were made to zombie AI. We were just figuring out the crouching and zombie attacking the bottom block. We'll have to see how this changes things. And lastly, dew collectors now have an even lower heat activity value. No more spawning tons of screamers by just having a few dew collectors out. Now, as always, experimental version is only for PC, so sorry console players, we will have to wait for the stable release. For any PC players that wish to opt in, here's how you do that. If you're liking the video so far, make sure to smash the like and subscribe button to show your support. Thank you, back to the video. Alright, so now let's get into the additions. The rest of these are pretty much what we talked about before, but now with more detail. So bee swarms from stumps are their own entity variant now, and there will also be a hand item with non-critical debuffs when damaged. Here are some of the AI changes to zombies. AI wander and look are more active while alert, and AI randomly turns during look while alert. I think this is actually really cool. From what I understood, the zombies will now actually turn around quickly when they've been alerted. This makes it more realistic, and I think this will be a really cool addition because it makes it more like the movies when the zombies are kind of just listening to something and then they turn around real quick, right? And they see the player. Let's jump into some of the changes. So they disabled the biome wear, loot, and time challenges. I'm assuming those have all been updated now. Biome badges are of course now specific survival gear for each biome. Again, taking shelter without survival gear will recover the biome hazard effects, and the biome hazards now are all 3 minutes for the survivability times in each biome instead of progressively less. Each of the new biome reducers have been slightly updated to reflect what they are, so the Black Lung Serum doesn't have any food or water stats, as well as the Fallout Flush. But the food, water, and health stat on the Scorcher Stew have been raised to match other stews, and the water stat on the Sunstroke Tonic was increased. So back to tree stumps. How they work now is that there is a roll once for honey, and then another roll for bees when it comes to RNG. Whenever you get bees, you will always get honey. However, when you get honey, you might not always get bees. Then we have the Plague Spitter updates with the bees not infecting you as often. And then with AI wandering, we know that it was improved, but they specifically also increased the alert time after the investigation point has been reached, and increased the rate AI interest distance returns to the default value. Honestly, I'm really excited about this because now that zombies are going to be wandering in POIs more often, this new AI wandering will be a really cool feature to pair with that. As far as fixes, there were a few and I'll list them here, but nothing really crazy, so you can go ahead and read them. So in all, I really think that these are some great changes, and I can't wait to see them in the game. What are your thoughts on these updates? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications so you can watch my other 7 Days to Die content. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.